and welcome to Gusto News on Gusto TV. My name is Ima, and on the news today we'll be talking about OLAMIDE and we'll be talking about Isreal DMW. But before moving on to today's business, I want to say a very big thank you to all of your amazing subscribers. Thank you for always liking, always sharing, and always commenting. And if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so as to know when we drop new content. Now moving on to the news for today, we have OLAMIDE. Yes, Baddo has been in the news a lot recently because of his new singles and the features he's been in, and also the fact that he's been signing a whole lot of new artists into the YBNL family, and also because of his new achievement. But before moving on to that, let's talk about OLAMIDE and the artist that is signed to the YBNL family. Now we have Fireboy. Yes, let's talk about Fireboy and his song Peru. When Fireboy made that song, he was skeptical about releasing it. He was like, okay, do you know what? I don't want to release this song yet. I don't think it will fly and all of that. But OLAMIDE is called Baddo for a reason. He listened to that song and he felt like, you know what? This song is going to fly, and he leaked it. And yes, Peru is the song of the moment. Like, everybody's been jamming to it. Even went ahead to have a collaboration with Ed Sheeran, and that song, yes, has been doing numbers and topping charts. Now after he did that, we thought like it was over for when it comes to Fireboy. Even went ahead to say, you know what, I've listened to Fireboy's album and I feel like I am going to leak this album just like I leaked Peru. And he went ahead to say, if you know Fireboy, call him and tell him to release that album. If not, I am going to leak that album. Now still on OLAMIDE, he went ahead to sign this new artist called J-Boy. Now OLAMIDE talked about the fact that he met this guy in 2020, and he talked about the fact that he met him in Abeokuta. He talked about how J-Boy came, served him, and would not stop freestyling and all of that. And he felt like, okay, do you know what, this guy is good, let's link up and everything. Yes, he met him in 2020, but he went ahead to sign him in 2022. Like, it took him 2 years before he would sign J-Boy. And when he mentioned that he's signing a new artist to the record label, and he said the person's name was J-Boy, people felt like, okay, you met this guy in 2020, why did it take you this long to sign him? And Baddo will always do what he wants to do when he feels it's the right time. Now still on Baddo's news, we have Asake. Yes, Baddo had this amazing single with Asake titled Omokwe, and after that song he went ahead to say, Asake, welcome to the YBNL family. And a lot of people felt like, okay, do you know what, was Omokwe like a hint that he was going to sign Asake into the record label? And after he dropped that song has been doing very well, topping charts, and at some point it was even on Nigeria Apple chart at #1, beating Skibi's Baddest Boy featuring Davido. And also recently Asake just dropped his EP titled Asake Ololade, and that very EP is doing amazingly well. Now still also on OLAMIDE's news, yes, his album titled Carpe Diem just achieved another amazing height in the industry. And this tweet says OLAMIDE's Carpe Diem has now surpassed 70 million streams on Spotify. Now that is not the big news. It says it is the highest streamed album by an African rapper ever. Like, this album, he dropped it in 2022 and it just achieved this height. He dropped it in 2020, but he just achieved this height in 2022. A very big congrats to OLAMIDE. With Isreal DMW, I'll be rounding up the news for today. Now, Isreal has been in the news recently. He's actually always in the news because, man, he's always there talking about his boss. He loves David, how he loves Davido so much. He never ever seizes a moment to talk about David. He's always saying, my boss this, my boss that. He's always hailing him and everything. He never sees an opportunity to talk about David. I remember when, he had issues with David, and David said, you know what, I'm going to fire you. You're no more part of the DMW family. And what caused this was because he said something in regards to Copy and Zlatan's, back and forth. And David felt like, this is none of your business. Why did you even go ahead to say anything? And he told him, do you know what, you're fired. And, Isreal had to reach out to a whole lot of people to talk to his boss and beg. He even went online to apologize and say, okay, do you know what, I'm sorry. And David felt like, okay, because I love you so much, come back to the family. And also to, appreciate Isreal for his loyalty, Davido recently got him a brand new car, and he got everybody talking. People were like, I hope this is not Isreal's first car. I hope David has done this and David has done that and all of that. And Isreal was just all over social media talking about how he loves his boss. Now recently Isreal was involved in an accident, even if there was no loss of life. And yes, as you can see in this picture, the car is badly damaged, but thank God there was no loss of life. And Isreal is fine. Yes, with the Israel news, I'll be rounding up the news for today. Tell us what you think about this news in the comment section, and we'll be there to respond to some, if not all, of your comments. Don't forget to keep liking, don't forget to keep sharing, and do not forget to keep commenting. And if you're coming across this channel for the very first time, do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so as to know when we drop new content. Bye for now. My name is Emma.